looks like the plastic didn't do as good of a job as I had hoped. All this wood up here is soaked. I am having so much trouble today. It has taken me forever to get to this point, and it's not even right. I don't even have it all nailed in. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm dropping everything. I was doing that yesterday too, man. I'm just dropping everything constantly. I can't, like, this overhang of the wood there is screwing up. I wasted like 4 nails trying to get it nailed in over there because it was just bending them no matter which way I tried to angle it. Oh, I'm having a time today. Need one more nail. Alrighty, so here it is. The porch is framed, and yeah. My God, that was so much more of an endeavor than it should have been. I was just having so much trouble. I don't know. I'm out of practice because I had to wait on the rain several days and whatnot. Something happened, and I was just having so many problems with this. But each one's nailed in with 3 nails. And I didn't do the interior nails like I did on the floor framing. I don't know if it's really necessary. I kind of feel like I might save some nails and just not do that for these. I don't have the boards that I was going to use, so what I might do is take one of those 3/4 inch plywood sheets, put it on here, and then move all that over so I can start to work over there with the main framing. So here's where we currently are. I have this board, or this piece of plywood that was right there, moved over on top of this because it was wet, and it's got all this stuff on it. I think it's like a mixture of dirt and spider webs or something. Right there, you can see it. And I just figured it was kind of nasty looking, so I decided to put that one over here, maybe get one of the ones up there for the main floor. And I went and took the extra 2x6 I had and cut it and put it down here since this didn't turn out quite right on my 4x4, I decided to put that there as extra reinforcement. It's not really level. As you can see here, I trimmed this down so that it looked a little better on this end, but I just wanted something there. I didn't want it hanging off because I gotta have posts here to hold up the end of the loft. So that, and I figured maybe I wanted to add reinforcement to the 4x4s anyway, but over here I definitely needed it, in my opinion. And then I had the shorter one there. That one didn't turn out quite as good because I was a little bit hastier with it. Oh, I almost slipped on that. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do now, what I'm gonna try to do, is move this stuff over out of the way here, and I need to add, I think, middle blocking for the foundation there. And once that's done, I can nail down the plywood. So that's what I'm going to try to do now, is get this stuff out of the way, cut my blocking, install it, and see how much time we have left after all that, because everything's taking me forever. Okay, so I got all the lumber moved once again. I've had enough of moving lumber, man. Anyway, so I got my sheets pulled out here. I have a spot marked there for my center, and I just need to, I guess, measure over there for the center, and oh, the sun's poking through. Cut my blocking, and it should be even gaps in between each hole, but I should probably measure that just to make sure, given my track record here. So I probably didn't really need to do that, but I decided to put a chalk line mark on the center line there, the 4-foot line, just so I have a reference. On our middle mark there, we are not at exactly 8 feet, so I got to figure out where the bow is, I guess. Alright, so I moved this board and I did some checking And from what I can tell, it's 15 1/4. 15 inches and 1/4. 15 1/4 inches. There we go. Weather's getting cooler. I'm getting a little bit sniffly out here. Okay, measuring this wrong. Good start already. Oh. I think I made a big mistake there. Yeah, I'm supposed to be measuring from inside there. So that's 13 3/4. Okay. Woo! That might make more sense. There we go. Just need some nails. Alright, so I just got to do that 5 more times, and I came off of my mark a bit there, so I had to straighten it up on the inside. Well, I'm standing way out of frame over here. So I'll just have to keep measuring and make sure I stay in it the best I can, because I don't know, I'm not good at this. Alright, so I got them all cut. I'm not understanding this because they were all different measurements. Or at least a couple of them. This one for the end over there is 13 1/2. This one up front, as you may recall, is like 13 1/4 or something. 3 of these, like these two, and then the next to the last one over there, were 14 3/8, and then that middle one is like 14 1/2. I checked my measurements, my marks and everything, like the 16 on center, everything seems to line up. I don't know what happened. I don't get it. I mean, obviously I'm doing something wrong, or I did something wrong, but I just can't seem to figure it out. I don't know how that can be the case. It doesn't seem normal. Seems like all the building videos that I've watched have just left my mind. I don't remember anything. So, I don't know. I just measured over here, like on the solid part, and I made the cuts for what it said. And as long as they're in the middle, where it'll be good for plywood nailers, then I guess we'll see if we can make do. Well, that was a pain in the ass, but hopefully we got it. I didn't put but like 2 nails on each side, some of them 1 or 2 more depending on how well they went in, but they're just nailers, so hopefully that's okay. I'm going to move the plywood back down and see if we're good to nail it off. Alright, so I got all the plywood on. It's a little bit off, particularly over on that end. There's like, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch that's hanging off, at least on that side. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good for how we started out with this whole thing, so it's about as good as I can get. I've gone in circles and tapped it and tried to line it up the best I can, and I guess I'm just going to try to nail it off and hope for the best. Well, there's one row. Eek. Well, here it is, all nailed off. Oh man, hammering something that repetitiously is pretty tiring, but gotta say it's pretty satisfying to have something to come up and stand on up here. Well, that's gonna do it for the day. It is by no means a perfect job, but at some point you just gotta make moves and hope for the best. So I tried to line it up the best I could. I got the about an 1/8 inch gap in between the plywood, as is recommended. I don't know if it's really necessary, but I decided to do it because it helped me to line up the other sheet when I was done with this one. I know you're supposed to stagger your joints, but we don't really have any joints. I wanted to actually cut that one in half and make it kind of like how you would do it, just as like a practice measure, but at this point I'm just like, just slap it down, let's get it done. So I just decided to leave it whole. But yeah, that's where we are. And next thing, I gotta get some nails that's not for treated wood here. We do have like variances in the flushness of the top of the framing, which I think is showing up on the plywood here a bit. It's gonna be something once we start getting up a little higher. But anyway, as far as I know, we should be pretty good to start framing some walls. That's kind of crazy to say. Whew.